So traveling is a great way to relax and get a much needed break from your everyday life. However, there are many things that you need to keep in mind that will allow you to explore safely. Today I'm going to give you 7 safe travel tips that to keep in mind so that you can accomplish them, that whenever you're traveling in the upcoming months. So number 1 is to take a first aid kit. Now, whether you're traveling by airplane, train, or your own vehicle, be sure to pack a first aid kit. The contents of your first aid kit will depend on how you're traveling from one place to the other. Always you would need to have some essentials like some bandages, a thermometer, some gauze, some tweezers, some antiseptic wound cleaner, and some hand sanitizer. Now, if you're traveling by car, I would definitely have some extra water bottles, a blanket, something that you might have to lay out on the ground, a snack in case you're broke down on the side of the road for an extended period of time. Even just waiting for roadside to get there sometimes can take an hour. So you'll never go wrong being over prepared in this area. Now, I would love to know what you would, if you would drop your suggestions below of what you would have in your first aid kit, and I could add them to mine. So number 2 is to scan your documents. Now, unfortunate incidents can happen when you're on vacation. It's no fun to be far away from home and have your wallet stolen. Before you leave, scan all your documents, both major, minor, pretty much anything that would be in that wallet. This will enable you to figure out quickly what's missing, so that you can get them replaced, especially calling your banks, calling your credit card accounts and stuff like that, if in case it has fell into the wrong hands. Number 3 is to take your car in for a checkup before driving it. Now, if you're going to be driving your car for a long distance, take it to a mechanic to have a checkup before you depart. It's no fun to be starting out on a trip and have something go wrong. I've had that happen a few different times. Many car troubles can be avoided with a regular checkup. I would not advise doing this the day before, though. Make sure that you give a few days or a couple of weeks is even better before you leave. That way, if there is a problem, you'll have time to deal with it. And if we know that my daughter visited not that long ago, and she had her oil changed before she was leaving, and it was like the day before, and they had left a wrench in there, and it messed up multiple different things on the inside on their way here. So you want to be able to drive that around too as well, in case you have taken it just to do an oil change or something, and something like that's happened. Number 4 is to find out where the hospital locations are before you go. Do a little research on your vacation destination before you leave. A quick internet search, can give you a map of where the closest hospital, emergency rooms would be, just in case of an emergency. Now, when you arrive, ask the locals, ask your hotel to confirm your findings. Many times, you could be in a health crisis in the middle of the night, and be forced to drive around looking for care that's difficult to find. I know that we were on a cheerleading competition trip one weekend in Mississippi, and my daughter had just started throwing up, running really high fever, and she ended up having the flu. But we weren't prepared. We didn't know where anything was. So number 5, get recommendations on hotels and restaurants. Check with your friends where they have stayed or eaten when they traveled or visited the location that you're going to. Word of mouth is the best way to find out if the hotels or the places you want to eat at are clean and safe. You know, if necessary, you can consult an online travel sites for opinions. I use TripAdvisor. It's full of helpful reviews from real people like me. Usually you'll see more bad reviews than anything, and that's because a lot of people, you know, they'll voice their opinion, spend the time if it was something that they experienced that was not great. So you'll be able to see those kinds of things before you even, you know, pick your location. Number 6 is to stay hydrated and eat well. You know, when you're traveling, you'll come across a lot of germs, viruses, other things like that. You may be putting your body to the test through new physical activities, or being outdoors in the sun all day long, or just having a low resistance because you're not sleeping well. So eat well to nourish your body, and be absolutely sure to drink plenty of clean water to keep yourself hydrated. You don't want to end up hospitalized for heat stroke or dehydration when you could have had that avoided. And by the way, if you're going to the beach, take sunscreen. I can remember when the kids were really little and we went to, this was probably our first vacation to a beach. It was Cocoa Beach in Florida. And we spent 7 days at Disney World first and put on sunscreen like all the time, and we were fine. We got to the beach one day out there. It felt so cool. It was breezy. We didn't think anything of it. We looked like lobsters driving home. So make sure you take sunscreen. Number 7, keep money in more than one place. You know, to keep your finances safe, split up your money and put it into several different spots. You know, perhaps you'll want to take a little cash along with you when you're going out on a day trip, and leave some of the cash in your safe in your hotel room. Always keep your money and other valuables in more than one place, so that if some of it is stolen or it's lost, then you have something to fall back on until you can make those calls and arrange for the replacement of the rest. Summer travel can create some of the best memories of your whole year. So using these 7 safe travel tips you'll be able to stay safe, be prepared, and create wonderful moments that'll last you a lifetime with your family. So did these tips give you any other safe travel ideas? Share them in the comments below. I'd love to add them to my list, and I hope you have a great rest of your night.